haven't met, my name is Kirk. I'm Pat's side of the story, yes. And I have two really impossible acts to follow. Sorry, I might not be the public professional speaker that Mark is. But you know, one thing that like sometimes we do at weddings is a slideshow. I have a verbal slideshow, and it starts with first being able to hear me. Can you all hear me? Okay.
Now we can.
All right.
Talk to them. There's a bus.
Okay. So I'm going to give a brief verbal slideshow from the early days up to present, and it starts with 7 crucial numbers, which are really, to me, I mean, you know, we used to have actual phones, and you would memorize numbers. I still know Pat's house's number. It's 3330243. It is like in my fingers from dialing it thousands of times a week. And the first time, you know, it's, hi, Mrs. Stanfield. Can Pat come over and play Fort? And then it evolved quickly into, hi, we'd like to continue our game of Final Fantasy on Nintendo. Pat needs to get over here. And then, really, when Pat got the Super Nintendo, it was all about Street Fighter. But we're getting into details now. So there's a lot of that going on. And then it was toss a baseball. And of course, it was always, hey Pat, did your mom make any cookies? Some things came up over the years, dialing this number again and again and again, that were tough to get over. One was that my mom wants us both to join a ballroom dancing class. And this was not really a request for my mom.
Paid off.
There was also the fateful day of Pat, we found the stash. I remind you, it is legal in DC. My fault, my fault. The parents know the story. But this turned into, that was middle school, you know, silly times. Turned into, what else around there? Turned into, Pat, you want to row a boat for years and years and years. You want to sit on a metal slider going back and forth, looking at numbers on a screen, ticking up and down. And Pat's answer was always, yeah, definitely. Probably a lot more so than mine. And you were always an inspiration. That you should just keep doing it. Really were. We rode bikes. I called him for help on AP Bio because I really didn't understand it, and he really did. Also called again about mom's cookies. And then I called up Pat one time, and I'm just going to say it was his home number, and I said, do you want to ride a bike across the country? And again, the answer was yes. Let's ride a bike across the country. And that's probably the last time that I called the home number, so to speak. Because Pat stayed over there, and he made a life for himself. And he found an incredible person to be a partner with. And when I heard that he'd met somebody, and her name was Mary, and he really liked her, it wasn't so much, oh, you know, wow. It was like, yeah, of course he did. Of course, Pat has made himself, in the 10 years since we rode across the country, into somebody who will find someone like Mary and marry her. And then I get a call just last, I guess, about a year ago, a year and a half ago, and it's to me, it's from Pat. And it's to all of us, actually. And it says, hey, let's go get together again, like we did 10 years ago. Let's go ride bikes in the woods. And so, looking at you, man, you brought us back together, and you've been a friend and a constant in my life from my earliest memories. Thanks, and let's raise our glasses and cheers to friendship, and cheers to these two, And cheers to Pat.
Cheers.